Alex Miller at Capneon here. I think we've all been doing a little bit more video conferencing than we expected lately, and maybe some video conferencing in situations and with struggles we didn't expect either. I'd like to talk about a couple problems that I've had, and I know that other people are having. I'll explore a couple Zoom features that I think can help you get a handle on these problems. Some of you have already heard of this phenomenon of Zoom bombing, which is where someone shows up uninvited to a public Zoom meeting and does something grotesque for the sole purpose of shocking everyone. Now, if you're hosting the meeting, this could be really embarrassing. A challenge is that your regular old Zoom personal meeting room doesn't offer you great permissions or ability to control who's in the room. I want to walk through some basic settings to best protect yourself from this kind of embarrassment. Now to start, there's a couple different ways you can go about scheduling a meeting. This new meeting icon you can use to generate invitations to your personal Zoom room. Now every time you do it this way, it'll produce the same link, and people can come back later with that link and get into your room. If you're using it a lot, you're leaving it out there for people to show up at weird times. And in my search so far, I haven't found great options for controlling this. A different route you can take is to schedule a meeting, and very often you're probably going to be scheduling meetings anyway. This has an extra option of requiring a meeting password. If you're scheduling a meeting where you know who will be in attendance, this is probably the better way to do it, because at the very least, if somebody shows up and shows you something gross, it'll be somebody you invited and you know how to speak to later about their misbehavior. Another challenge that's relatively new is how we're using teleconferencing for some things that we didn't in the past. Two things that are on my radar are teaching a class and hosting a social event. Both these situations have some similar requirements. You might want people to be able to talk one-on-one. Most social events aren't somebody giving a speech while everyone listens. And in a lot of classroom settings, you might want to allow people to break off for group work, to compare notes, etc. I'm going to talk about how you can set up Zoom's breakout rooms functionality to better facilitate this. Now, breakout rooms are not enabled by default, and in general, if you haven't looked at the settings yet, you might want to do so. Here I am on Zoom's main web page. I'm going to go to My Account, Settings. There's a lot of stuff worth looking at here, but I'm going to skip down about halfway and make sure that my breakout room functionality is on. So here I am on a call with myself. Now that I've enabled my breakout rooms option, I'm going to see a new option down here. You can set it to manually or automatically set the rooms. I have it automatic here, and it's as simple as clicking all rooms. My cell phone version of myself is going to get an invitation to join a breakout room, and we're off to the races. Now, all this discussion is focused on Zoom. I'm aware that a number of similar services have similar features, so you might want to check out if what you're using can replicate some of this functionality. We're all getting better at this on the fly, so I'd also appreciate any other tips you might have or corrections about if I've gotten it right. Best of luck out there.